Howdy ho, guys and gals. I'm back in the shop. We're doing some spring cleaning. Well, at least I am. You guys didn't show up to help out, as usual. Anyway, I kid. But it made me think about something, and that is when it comes to automotive tools, too much time or too much money is being wasted on this tool, and not enough is being spent on this tool. And what's the difference? Well, this is a half-inch. This is a 3/8. And why is that important? Well, today's automotive, when you get to something that's going to need a half-inch socket, or whatever you're going to put on this. The fact of the matter is, let's talk about lug nuts. 130 foot-pounds on my truck. There's about a foot. In fact, it's a little bit less. Are you really going to want to put that much torque into this thing? Do you really want to be doing that to yourself? No, you don't. You're going to reach over and you're going to grab a big boy like this and you're going to go to town and you're going to get that work done. Because let's be honest, when it comes to those bigger bolts and nuts and such, you're going to grab the power tool. So when it comes to a daily driver, you're grabbing the 3/8. And this is where you should be spending your money. You know what? If you want to get something cheap, I got some cheap. Where'd it go? You know what? I'm just as happy to have this. This is who is this from? I don't even care. I think it's a Nico. I'm not a big fan of these styles, big clunky wrenches, but you know what? As often as I use a half-inch, that's probably good enough for about any toolbox. But if you're going to spend the money, consider spending it on your 3/8. In fact, of all your drawer there, this is the one you should really be your holy grail, your Excalibur, if you would, the tool you're going to invest in. Now, let's talk about, though, which one of these, what's the best 3/8 out there? Now, there's a whole bunch of them, and I can't really say for each person. I know everybody wants you to say, hey, just cut to the chase, tell me what I should buy. Well, let's go through what I have here, okay? The Tecton sent us some great stuff. By the last one was a Tecton. This is their new soft grip stuff here. We're going to talk about that in a minute. In fact, let's look at their 3/8. This is the 3/8 they just sent. This is a fabulous ratchet here. It's very similar head to the old one, and the softness on this handle is remarkable. It's a little on the short side for a 3/8, but you know what? It's not sure as my old vintage 3/8. Check this thing out. I've been using this thing forever. This is my old SK. Not what they used to be, sadly. Anyway, you look at the size of that. Even this one's a little stubby one, and it's got a little bend in it. That happens when you get older. Just ask your doctor about it. They can help you out with that. Anyway, let's talk about some of the other stuff I have. I got a newer one. We got this is a great one, Carlisle. A lot of people do not give Carlisle the respect that they deserve. I will say this, the prices on these things are a little bit on the unreasonable side, getting up to tool truck prices. This one, I think list price is $130, $120, $130. Definitely wait until they have a sale. I got an insider who told me that there's probably going to be a big tool sale June-ish, into June maybe. But great, I mean, look at the size of the head on that. Look at reflective. Look at that. That is a nice ratchet there. But I'll be honest, don't use it a lot, even though it's got the nice comfort grip. It's got good, decent length on it. It's even considerably longer than the Tecton I have there. I've got an old vintage Craftsman, made in the USA, Craftsman flex head, because let's talk about this. Flex head this to me is really where it starts becoming like the one ratchet I can grab to do almost anything with. So Tecton, luckily around, came out with this. This is in the same line, the new line of comfort grip. If you saw our video from SEMA, you saw these. The Tecton was nice enough to send these to me. These are fantastic. All right, and see if I can, well, my sound's down here. Smooth, nice switch on it. They're not quick release, but that gets you in for those really hard to reach kind of areas, which sometimes can be a problem. Look at flexes all the way. Yeah, full, was that 180 there? Yeah, 180 of flex in that. Does not lock, which would be nice. Now, I've had and have been using for a long time my Icon. Now, it's got the comfort grip. Also, it's a lot harder kind of comfort grip. It's not like hard plastic. It's still a softer rubber kind of thing. But, and if you compare the two, the Icon's a little bit longer, but the width of the heads are nearly, the head on this one's smaller. I thought they were nearly identical. I take that back. They're much smaller. The switch on this one is more pronounced, if that's an issue for you. The Icon is, they have nearly as good a warranty as the Tecton. Well, I shouldn't say nearly as good. It's different. They're basically going to be no questions asked. You just bring it in and they replace it. This one, you take a picture and they just ship it to you. This one, you have to go in store and Ooh, 5 minutes later. I mean, it might take that long to get that thing back. But let's talk about my two favorite ones that I've been using. You're going to laugh at my first one, which is this. This one is from the Pittsburgh line. It's got the comfort grip. It's extending. I use this a ton for bike repair. Why? Because it's got 1/2 inch on, or 3/8 on one side and 1/4 inch on the other. This is my cheapo throw in the bag kind of stuff. But the Excalibur in the bag has got to be the gear wrench. It's not the comfort grip. It'd be nice if it was. But we got a flex head on this, but it's locking. Look at that. We got, come on, get all the way over there. Is that where it goes? Yep, right there. We go from there all the way to back there. That's interesting. It springs like that. I didn't notice that before. Anyway, look at the size on this head. That is tiny. That is a really 120 tooth, really nice wrench. Now let's compare that to the Tecton. Very similar size, but even yet somehow, oh man, those are so close. I thought it was smaller. They might be, the Tecton might actually, oh, maybe. Hold on. Now I got to double check it. There. The gear wrench is slightly smaller at the midsection, but the Tecton is smaller at the base. But the locking aspect of this makes the one lately. And just so you know, the Tecton, the gear wrench, the Icon were all sent to me. I purchased the Carlisle, the Pittsburgh. What else do we have here? The smaller Icon, of course, the SK. So it's a mix of these. Now, which one's going to be best for you? Which one's going to be your favorite? I don't know. But I'm going to put a link to some of my favorites down below. But the thing is, what you got to think about is, this is probably the tool that it's going to be in your hand the most often. So you got to figure out if you're going to spend, and I'm the king of saying, hey, you know what? You don't have to spend money to get great quality tools. But if there is one tool in your tool chest that you're not going to skimp on, that you're going to maybe spend a few bucks more for, make it your 3/8, because this is probably the most important ratchet, which is probably the most important hand tool other than, I don't know, the one that's between your ears. So if you're going to invest in something, invest in yourself. Second investment, get a good 3/8. Anyway, thought for the day there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite 3/8 is down in the comments down below. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash it, subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.